Welcome to the new Holman's NV website. What we're going to do is just do a quick tour real quick of what's on the website, what we're trying to accomplish. So the first thing is Holman's stands out. You know you're on Holman's of Nevada. The second thing is we put the phone numbers right up top. So if somebody just wants to call us, they can call us. The third thing that happens is these sliders. If we go through these sliders one at a time, it puts it in order as to what the Holman's business units do. So you can go, if you don't touch on the buttons will automatically rotate. But just to get through this thing briefly, it's walking through the business units of Holman's. So we're taking a little time on each one, kind of telling people what they can expect from us. And all they're really doing is walking people through the menu items that are up here at the top. So then what we have here is something that kind of is a catch-all. The web spiders are they really concentrate on this particular page. So we're trying to get the verbiage on here that is really what people would search for. So this is meant to be somewhat funny sounding because we're trying to get the web spiders to do their work. The next thing we've got up here is a search. So you can type in anything you want to search and it'll search our website to see if it can find it and take you right to that page. We've got the live help, which we had on the old website. What this does, it connects to Carl. If once the site goes live, this site isn't live right now, this is a test site, but this will show whether or not Carl's online. If Carl's online, it'll say it. If Carl's offline, it'll say it. But you can still click on it, and you can then send a message to him even though we're not online. So we're trying to give everybody right here, very quickly, trying to tell them who we are, what we do, how to get a hold of us, and make it easy for them. We'll go into these menus here in just a minute. The next thing that we've tried to do on this is there's two reasons that somebody calls a business. Number one, they want to buy something, or number two, they need some kind of service. So we tried to make this as easy as possible. When you want to request a proposal, you touch this and you fill out this. It gives you plenty of room at the bottom to say whatever you want to say. We purposely keep it easy here so that anybody for any one of our business units can just get something started with us. If we go back and we decide we want a technical service, then you come in here. Again, it's very simple form, very simple pull downs. It allows you to actually just say whatever you want to say and get on with your day. So that is an extremely important, but you click on the Holman's, it always takes you back to the home page. So it's extremely important. Financing options, we have bigger plans for this in the future, but right now we have two of our financing companies listed up here. They have their email addresses, their website addresses. Those folks have to be dealt with directly anyway, so it's kind of a convenience for the customer. Again, we go home, and now the next thing that we're really excited about, and lucky that we have Garrett to help us with this, is this whole social media concept that everybody talks about continuously. So this is Twitter, this is LinkedIn, this is the blog, this is Facebook. This tells us how many people have liked us on Facebook. We need to get that increased. That's a sign of how successful you are, is how many likes you get. So we'll work on all this. The one we're really going to concentrate is on LinkedIn. So I'm just trying to introduce the site to you right now, so I'm not going to get it real heavy into detail on that. The next thing we do is we go through and we kind of show off who we play with. These are the kinds of organizations that we're affiliated with. To show that we're a professional organization, we try and keep up with professional topics. The next one is Blair is real good, and Joe have been real good about populating our blog. Every time we do a marketing event, every time we do something, Blair puts that up on Twitter, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and then he also blogs it. Well, the blogs are automatically being populated here. So as we come out with new items, these will automatically turn. So this is kind of a ticker tape, if you will, of the things that we're doing. Then this will need to be fixed here. but this has the Holman's video on it to begin with. But eventually this area will not be a video. Eventually this area will be testimonials. So as we get kudos on how good a job we do for customers, we will populate them onto the website, and this will roll. And so when people are on the website, they'll have actual statements from real customers about what we did for them and that kind of thing. So that's what's ultimately going to be here. On launch, there's going to be the Holman's video that we did for yellowpages.com. The next thing we're going to have are these buttons, similar to these buttons, nice and big, easy to understand. When we go to upcoming events, it'll tell what kinds of things we got cooking. Eventually we'll probably have Holman's events and H&S events, because those are probably going to be the ones, and also the BIM events, the IT events. So those are going to be the ones that are going to be primarily. How we're going to separate them out in the future, we'll figure that out. But the main thing is, if we're going to do some kind of event, we want to post it here. We go back to the home page. The next thing is docs and downloads. This is a place where instead of sending them to some manufacturer's website, we're going to have a completely organized way to allow customers to go get poop sheets on instruments or software or IT equipment. Right now, this is being developed. This will be worked on over the weekend, so it should be live by the time we go on Monday. But that's what this is going to be. So we'll go back to the home page. And then we're going to have the referral program. When we go to this now, it's going to show that it's currently under development. We've got all kinds of plans for this. We're not going to have it ready for launch day, so that's what that's going to be. But we'll have all kinds of incentives for customers to refer people to us. Promotions, right now I think what we have up here is the plotter that we have for sale, but eventually if we have used instruments or whatever we want to sell, this becomes kind of like our bulletin board of the kinds of things that we're having a promotion on. So that's what that is. So it's all pretty self-explanatory. So that is the main page. As we go, the way the menus work is you can hover over one of the menus and then you can pick the one you want. So if you want to know just about us, you don't care about the rest, you click on About Us. Garrett's done a really nice job of getting the basics of the different business units up here. If you want to know about our mission, you go to this page and it talks about what our mission and vision is. If you want to know our company blog, this is the thing that Garrett does all the time. So it has a real nice review. These logos here will be associated with the particular blog post. So if it's a H&S blog post, if it's a V4 blog post, they're all in there as Holman's right now because it's the only one Nick's been working on. So this is where Garrett constantly posts up anything that he markets, constantly goes on here. And then if you want to get to the bios, you see the Walrus Derek up here, and you see this ugly guy, and then this guy that's fat, and then you see the smart guy of the bunch. So this is just a carryover from the old website. Eventually we'll deck this out a little more too, but this is what gets us up and going. Then Holman's IT. Again, we've got these menus. Now you'll notice if you hover over a sub-menu, then we can actually get to different menus. So if you want to go to IT and you know you want a plotter, you can go right to plotters, and then we talk about HP plotters. If you want to get to paper and ink supplies, because you're a fan of DD's, then you come over here to this stuff and you click on paper and ink supplies and you're at DD. Now similarly, you could just go to the Holman's IT page where Garrett's got kind of an overview of what we do, and you can go these menus. So the menus that fly down from up here are always repeated over here. So if we fly down to computers and printers and we go to HP workstations, then we have HP workstations large format. So no matter where you are, you can get to those other menus right here. If we go to network infrastructure, then we get over here into managed network, network security, UPS and racks, and we have different kinds of things that Steve the man makes it all go. So you can see that Garrett has spent a lot of time populating these with all kinds of items that we do, and the pictures and the words are important because the web spiders pick it up, so it'll bring people to our site that have never been to our site before. That's why we've concentrated on getting actual information up here and actual pictures of products, so it looks substantial. If we move over to CAD BIM, now we go down through the AutoCAD, the Autodesk litany. So first off, we've got kind of an institutional page here that shows we've been around a little while and that we are pedigreed with Autodesk. Then we get to the software solutions, and now all of a sudden we have all the different kinds of software. So we have, Garrett's put up a smattering of what Autodesk does on this page, and then if we want to get into the actual subject matter of any of the particular vertical software, you just go into this page and it starts sourcing this information right from Autodesk. This is a pretty cool tool because this automatically gets changed for us. It's by a company called Zift, and Garrett and the webmaster hook the links in right here, so whenever Autodesk makes a change, it automatically changes our page. If we go down to staff development, we've got a few things. Number one, a training course request, so that these things come in and go to Blair or Joe, automatically come in, kind of like that tech support proposal earlier. Or we have, when Blair or Joe does a class, this is where the class can sign in, and so we keep track of them, push all that information to Autodesk. We do that for the ATC kind of thing. And it's kind of clever what the webmaster has done. This is a very long form, so he's broke it up into thirds. So when you're done with this, you see you're done with 33%. When you're done with the next page, it'll go to 66%, and so on. Then there's a class evaluation page, so when we're finished doing a class, they click on this link and they can actually fill out the evaluation. Last thing is this Cloud DVD. This is where they can get to all the collection of all the DVD titles that we have. They click on this. You notice it opens a whole nother web page, so they never leave our site. But now they can look through here and they can see what all kinds of training is available for Autodesk software. And there's just pages and pages of them. So they can go to the actual course they want, and they can buy it right here. This is the only e-commerce site we have, but they could actually spend the money right here and we would get credited for it. Okay, so we'll go back, click on Holman's, get back to the home page. Oops, remember we're in the other, we're in a external browser, so we can just close this when we're done and we're back to the Cloud DVDs. So that's that. Then we go back to Holman's. And we can go to HS Survey. Now, one thing we're doing differently is we're going to stop promoting the hssurvey.com webpage, and we're going to start promoting holmansnv.com. So they have one place to go, and everything is right here. So Garrett spent a lot of time on this surveying instrument part. He puts all the different types of surveying instruments we have. So Dee, if you want to know something about a surveying instrument and a customer is asking about it, just take them here and let them start reading for themselves. We're trying to make it as easy as we can to communicate all this sophisticated gear that we have. Here's the construction related stuff, and here is supplies and accessories, and that sort of thing. So again, anytime somebody wants, if they go to HS Survey, all of these are over here. So if they get on here and they don't see what they want, they click on Request a Proposal, it comes in, all of them are going to come into Garrett to begin with, but then Garrett will start divvying them out to anybody that they apply to. So if they want a plumb bob or something, Garrett will receive it first thing in the morning, he'll get it to Carol, and she'll take care of it. So that's... Then on this one we have a vendors page, because we do have vendors other than Leica. We're trying to promote Leica primarily, but we do have other vendors, and we expect to have more vendors going forward. When we get to V4, people can start to look at the kinds of things that Les has developed over time, get a feel for it is a true professional services company backed by a licensed engineer, licensed land surveyor. So that's the company profile of V4, but if they dig down a little deeper and they get into other stuff, this is the process. This is what Les would take a client through as he's trying to determine how we can help them. And then program management and consulting. This shows that everything happens in a logical order, and they can read about that stuff there. So I think that's a pretty good overview of the website. We'll go back home, and we can watch the sliders go by and see Tommy's pretty face and all that sort of thing. But that's an overview of the website. Thanks for listening.